Let's start first with growth. It's here in the valley and growing pains are bound to follow. The construction of a large development off Monte Sano has people asking a lot of questions. Our Nixon Norman spoke with the city planner to hopefully get some answers. And Nixon, what have you learned?
Well, Kanisha, right off Bankhead Pkwy and about halfway up the mountain, construction is already taking place on the large development that was proposed there and will eventually have over 60 single-family homes and duplexes. I spoke with city planner Thomas Nunez about some of the concerns folks have with the location of this development. Here's more.
Several Huntsvillians are concerned about the proposed building of a living development on 47 acres.
This particular development, summoned in Monte Sano, was a planned unit development, so it was designed differently than your traditional neighborhood.
That 47-acre development will be located on Monte Sano.
So it is along Bankhead Pkwy, just about halfway up the mountain.
Right now, the construction of up to 64 multi-story attached and detached housing units is taking place there.
There may be some one single story or two-story single unit single family homes and or some duplexes where that they share a common wall between those properties, but we call them single family attached.
Many people are concerned about the slope of this land and the possibilities of erosion. One of Huntsville city planners, Thomas Nunez, explains that regulations are put especially in place when it comes to developments being constructed on land like this.
Overall, we do have slope development regulations where abutting the mountain or in areas that have these high and low slope areas, you have to protect those areas. There are a certain space of impervious cover, a square footage of impervious cover per lot, a certain amount of square footage of vegetation that has to remain in its natural state.
When everything is said and done, one thing residents will have to keep an eye on is water usage.
You cannot inadvertently increase the volume of water on any other property that is adjacent to you. That water has to be controlled, or that stormwater has to be controlled on that property.
Nunez understands that some folks have concerns.
Your concerns are heard loud and clear.
But at the end of the day, the developer building these units has a right to owning property and doing whatever they want with it, as long as it follows the rules and regulations of the city.
The city of Huntsville works constantly and towards those efforts to ensure that we're protecting land, but we're also following all of the regulations while not stripping away anybody's property rights.
I was not able to get a current timeline on when these buildings would be finished, but when I was getting some video earlier today, it was apparent that they will start laying foundation soon. For more information about this development off Monte Sano, please head over to foxcity4.com.